What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Arrow episode of review. If you're new to the channel, please do click that like, please do click that subscribe, and welcome to Arrow once again. Now, personally, I was kind of dreading this episode because all of the hype surrounding it has been like, Olicity's back. This is Olicity. Olicity. And I'm not a fan of Olicity. That's cool if you are. I'm happy that you've got a whole episode dedicated to what you like. That's chill AF. But I didn't really like this episode that much. Mainly because, well, I wasn't too into it. But that's cool if you are. Olicity to me isn't something that I enjoy. I'm not big on the shipping, the romance and that in these stories, which I just don't like it personally. I'm not a big fan of romance and all that stuff. In shows, I find the actual drama with the characters, Prometheus, like last season, Damien Dark, I find that a lot more interesting than really watching these ships. Although Sanvers for life, honestly, hashtag Sanvers. Bit of a hypocrite there. But in this, it was interesting at least to get to see how we got to where we were at the start of this season, to be honest. And it was a bit jarring, I thought, this episode with the flashbacks. We had, obviously, Mr. Terrific himself, Curtis, come in at some point. There was ordering Chinese food. Personally, I found it a bit confusing. Not in like, hey, what's going on? More like it was just not done that well, to be honest. I can't help but think that these flashbacks, they really shouldn't have actually been done set inside the fortress or the bunker, whatever you want to call it. I kind of feel that these flashbacks should have been done in or took place elsewhere, because I can't help but think that it was just a bit messy having them take place in the same place. So I think that maybe that would have led to me enjoying this episode just a tad more. I thought the sex scene was a bit weird. I was like, oh, is this really needed? I didn't really like that, to be honest. I always find sex scenes in shows just a bit odd, personally. Game of Thrones, people are like, I love those titties in Game of Thrones. But I'm like, ugh, where's Sandor Clegane? Where's the Hound? What's he doing? When people are banging, don't really care. I mean, you can go and watch that on like Pornhub or something, to be honest. You can go and watch that elsewhere. But I can understand why you people are getting your jollies off to it. So, whatever. I ain't going to hate on you for liking it. It's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. But the rest of the episode, we had Diggle with Lila as well. The whole Argus storyline still has not ended. Their anger, their argument sort of is still brewing, which is accurate to real life, because when you're arguing with your significant other, that ain't gonna stop overnight. It's gonna brew. And to be honest, I like the fact that she is turning somewhat, if you perceive it that way, into Amanda Waller, kind of. So Diggle is annoyed, and she has compared Team Arrow to Argus as well, which isn't gonna sit well with him at all, is it, to be honest? He's not gonna like that one bit. But I'm interested to see where this progresses as well, because that is quite a big thing. And I think that Argus could possibly be more of a thing, or more of a bigger thing, a focus point, a focal point, whatever you want to call it, in the rest of this season, to be honest. Because obviously we've got the shit going down on Lian Yu in the finale, and we've also had pictures of Argus being featured in The Flash as well, which might be something to do with Captain Cold. I'm not too sure, so I can see that being a bigger thing. And the reason why this Diggle and this storyline, this discussion and debate about all of this is going to be carrying on. So I thought that we had some pretty cool chemistry between Dina Drake and Diggle as well. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought the way they handled that discussion and that debate there, I thought that was pretty well done. I thought she was acting great in those scenes. I think she's a great character. I'm excited to see where they're going to take her next. Hopefully they use her very, very well moving forward. And I hope that she does move on to be the proper Black Canary. Sorry, I've triggered all you fucking Laurel Lance fans, but whatever. I don't care. I like this character a lot, and I think that this progression of the Black Canary, making it a legacy. Making it a legacy would be pretty darn cool, to be honest. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that moving forward, should she become the proper Black Canary and carry on this legacy of the Canaries? Now, obviously, we had a huge cliffhanger in this episode. We haven't had Prometheus for quite some time. Adrian Chase, he is one handsome motherfucker as well, let's be honest. I'm sorry, I've got a man crush on that fucking hot-ass guy. Sorry guys, I just questioning my life. But I thought that he was pretty cool, and it is a solid, badass move here going for Oliver's son, who has changed name and is now out. Well, was out of perceivable danger, but danger has got him again in the form of Prometheus. So it's not looking good one bit for him. And I'm not really sure where they're going to go with this, to be honest, because it's quite a big thing to use a kid as a pawn in these shows. And it's going to have to be done quite well, I think, considering this. This isn't like Taken. This isn't Logan. This isn't Deadpool. They've got to use it family friendly there. So I can't see him like being killed or something. So I can't see his son being killed there or anything dark like that. He's just possibly going to be used as a pawn. Maybe he's going to take his son to the island there, and that'll be used to what leads Oliver Queen back to the island. Because if Prometheus is like, yo, come to the island and fight me, so be like, no, you're out of Central City. Oh, sorry, not Central City, the Flash. You're out of Star City, and well, you know, I'm not going to go all the way there. Fuck that. Can't be bothered. So I think that this is going to be the pawn and the device which is going to be used to manipulate Oliver Queen as much as possible. So I would say an average episode. It wasn't like a bad episode. It just wasn't my bag. I wasn't really into it that much. But I can see why other people are. So that is it for this video. Please drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.